Hey, I'm back, and so are you if you're watching this. Yeah, so let's keep going and let's do some colors. So for this one, I'll just go in and make a new color layer, and this is in Corel Painter 12. So let's see, what sort of colors should we use? Let's make a purple. Yeah, let's go for purple one. So how the color layer works is that it puts a layer of color on my values. So I'll just go in and voila, look, it's all purple now. So quick and dirty, like we usually do it. So I'll clean this up later. That's not important now. So okay, here we go. So we put down a base color, and that's this lovely purple that you see here. And what I usually do then is you can go in with a new overlay layer, and you could do, if you pick a bright value, you can go in and lighten it like this, but that sort of looks weird. So what we're going to do is make a default layer, that's a normal layer type, and we'll just go in with some lighter values of the color I picked. So what we'll do now is sort of push the lights, and we'll adjust some darks and stuff like that, but we'll push the lighter values like this. And yeah, so this is a really purple dude, and let's see. So we should try and push the form a bit here. As you can see, I'm not using any reference for this, so this is all off the top of my head, and it's not gonna be 100%, but it will be somewhat okay. At least that's what I'm hoping. So yeah, and let's see, we'll push some more here, and by going in with instead of doing the overlay layer type coloring, I think you get a bit more natural looking colors, because if you have one color and just bump up the values and brightness, it sort of looks weird. So yeah, yep. As you can probably tell, I'm not sure what to talk about, because I'm terrible at planning stuff. So I probably should have thought about something to actually say while I was doing this, but yes, here we are anyways. So let's see, we can go in and change some colors later. We'll just try and get some more oomph in this. Let's see, maybe we should do a different color on the other side, like if the light that hit this guy was a different color, we can do that. And yeah, so just push some more here. That's looking a bit too on the white side. That's a bit better. So any news? No, it's the weekend, so there's a couple of days of work, and that's nice. Not that I don't like my job, I love my job, but it's nice to get a timeout from time to time. And yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to sort of enforce the shapes of the head. So that this would be the cheekbone, catching some light there, and we'll go in and add some more details later, but now we're just going to do it in broad strokes. And I've adjusted the microphone a bit, so I hope that's a bit better now, because I had to punch up the volume in the audio levels in Premiere on the previous video, and that made it sort of distorted, or the sound quality wasn't that good, so I hope it's better now. And yeah, we'll just have to see when this is finished. So that's one side. A cool thing about Corel Painter is that you can use, let's say I make a new layer now, and I pick this brush, and that's just add water. That's a blending brush. And the cool thing is I can make a new layer, and I can blend on that layer. And if I don't like what I've done, I can just delete that layer, and the drawing underneath is not affected by that. So that's pretty cool. So what this does is it sort of smooths everything out like this. Maybe get a more airbrushy look like this. And you can go over here and do the mouth a bit like that. It looks a bit bland, but and as you can see now, if I click off this layer, it's still the same underneath. So all the smudging and adjustment I made now are on a separate layer. So if I don't like what I do, I can just delete the layer, or I can reduce the opacity to sort of get that look. And yeah, I actually like if I do it at around 50%, you sort of get that. Yeah, it's a bit smoother, so I like that. And let's make a new layer. So let's pick a color for the other side. We could go for, let's do something bright. Yeah, let's take this sort of blue-green color, and I'll just go in with a digital soft flow airbrush. That's the big airbrush, and you can go like this. And now it sort of looks totally different just by doing this. So one side's demon and the other side is just messed up. And let's punch that a bit so we can go in with some brights. Oh, let's see. Let's do the eyelids like that. And the reason I'm doing this on different layers is if I mess up or don't like what I'm doing, I can just delete that layer or adjust the opacity and make it not as hard looking. So yeah. So anyone get the new Nintendo Switch? I saw that came out today, I think, or yesterday or something. I really don't have much time to play games anymore. I have Xbox 360, so that's the newest generation I have right now, and I have a Nintendo 8-bit, and I just do emulators for the rest now, because collecting retro gaming stuff is expensive and it's not in my budget, and I don't have time, so I can leave the collecting to my friends and I can just go over to their place and play there. So that's that sort of works for me. So let's see, starting to look a bit, it might have gone too white in that color, but we'll just have to see. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit too much. Yeah, that's better. Just tone it down a bit. And go in like this. I'll make a new layer just because. And let's see. So I usually listen to music or watch some Netflix documentaries or something when I paint or draw, but I think that might be just a bit too distracting when I'm trying to talk and trying to be somewhat coherent and painting at the same time, because I'm not used to doing that. I just sit and listen to music or watch movies or documentaries or things like that. The shape of the head is messed up. What could it be? Let's see. Okay, let's have a look at another cool feature. And that's the mirror painting tool, and I'll just go in with a new layer, and this is just a check. So I'm picking a Real 2B pencil and saying OK. I'm just going to check the form of the head. Okay, so it's somewhat accurate, but I think I should probably shape the head somewhat on that side. Okay, let's check the eyes. Okay, yes, close enough, and the nose. Well, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And the mouth. Okay. Huh. So, what you can do now is make a new layer underneath that and just go in with background color, and I'll turn off the mirror painting because I don't want to do this on both sides. So I can just go in and do like this and narrow in the shape of the head like that. Because for some reason humans like symmetry, so we're making it a bit more symmetrical. My ear needs to be fixed, but and also do something with that horn. So let's see. And when I remove that layer, yeah, the shape looks much better. Now I just have to let's see, I'll just drop everything down because my computer will start to die if I don't merge all the layers. And let's see, we can go in now and start refining a bit. Like this. This is the Real 2B pencil, and the nice thing with the Wacoms is that it records the angle of the pen or the stylus. So if you go like this and you turn it, it also changes. It's sort of like if you're using a real pencil or real brush. You can adjust the sides and how wide you want it and things like that, just like you would do if you were using traditional media. So that's real nice, and that's something that you have on most of the tablets. I think I had it on my cheap ass Bamboo, and I don't think I had it on my Graphire, but that was really, I think the Graphire was from around 2000 or 2002 or something around that time. So I'm not sure if the angle support was in there, but yeah. So, and it's sort of like using traditional media. Just go in and you get used to it pretty quick. So, and the most important thing is, if you're doing digital art, don't use your mouse, because back in the day before I got a tablet and stuff like that, I used my mouse and it's so slow and it's so counterintuitive. So if you don't have a tablet and want to do digital art, just go out and buy the cheapest Wacom Bamboo and start with that and just try it out, because it's totally worth it and it will make your life so much better. But yeah, let's see, then we need to just fix this. Just go in, and if I lay my styles down, you can see the shape changes. So I just lay it down and widen it, and I'll go in with a bit of dark on this side. Let's make it a bit more gnarly. So, and this looks too similar. It looks sort of uniform, and that's not good. So let's do something like this. That's better. Sort of joined here on the lips and mouth. That looks better. So yeah. Let's see. I should do something with the eyes. And I should push the rim light on the purple side. So I'll make a new layer and I'll go in, color pick, and just add that. And someone started a live transmission on Instagram, but I can't watch that right now. So let's see. I'm not gonna be super accurate now, but sort of just to get the point across. So I really should do something about the eyes. Let's punch the horn a bit. So try and create the illusion of this not being as flat as it is, like this. That was too much. And let's clean this up like that. So, other news. I'm not sure why I keep saying news, but retro gaming convention in Norway is coming up. That's in May. And me and a couple of friends have a different channel. I've talked about this before. It's called Svein's World, and that's because the guy, my friend's name is Svein, and it's his channel, so that's why it's named Svein's World. And we do retro gaming and reviews and things like that. Done a couple of hardware specials, like a recent episode was about the Atari Jaguar, and there's also been a Neo Geo episode where we went through the different types of MBS, AES, and Neo Geo CD. And there was also a Neo Geo 64, but that was just arcade hardware. And there's so many cool games like Metal Slug and King of Fighters, and it's just a bunch of classic games on Neo Geo. And that's the stuff I grew up with, because that's what we had in arcades. So that stuff still has a special place in my heart. Let's see. Yeah, there's something off with the eyes, but I'll just leave it, because this is more sort of a... This piece isn't for anything. It's just so I can make this video and show some of my process. So yeah, sometimes I do it like this, and other times I just do line art and go in directly with colors. Or I just keep it grayscale. I should stop making annoying sounds with my mouth when I'm recording videos. And I'll have to see if I'm talking too quietly, if this will pick up. So I should bump the nose a bit here. I should do the same on the other side. Like this. As you can see, I'm turning the styles again, so I get that broad shape from the real 2B pencil brush I'm using, and it's nice for this sort of more detail type work. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, because I enjoy making them. And to the people that thumbed up and liked my previous one, that's I really appreciate it, so thank you for doing that. And also to my new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, and I hope I can make content that's interesting for you to keep watching. So I'll try my best. So, and I'll do a video where I use reference. There's a lot of nice things you can do with that. You can be doing a piece and you can get some reference that's not related to that, but if you like need to get some sort of shadows correctly, or whatever it might be, or some sort of texture, and I don't mean like people are doing in Photoshop where they like texture bash stuff. I'm talking about looking at stuff and trying to paint what you see. So yeah, because if you do that, you can translate that to traditional art later, and if you just do texture bashing and do multiply layers or overlays with textures, you're not learning how to paint or draw that stuff. You're learning how to edit, to basically photo edit. I'm not saying that's wrong, because some artists use that and do amazing stuff, but yeah, that's not what I do, because I'm sort of trying to stay somewhat traditional, just because I like doing traditional stuff too. And I think if I was just doing digital, I'd probably learn how to do that properly and incorporate that into my stuff, because you can speed up your work and get amazing results, but it doesn't translate to traditional art. And I like doing that too, because if I give someone a piece of my art, I want it to be unique, and I want them to have the only existing image of that. So if I make a drawing for someone, an ink drawing or something, then that's the only one that exists, and that makes it just a little bit more special. And I love doing prints too, but when you're doing a print, you have a file, and you can make unlimited amount of prints. It's not unique, but it's a great way to make your art available and affordable doing prints. So it's a nice thing to do. But I like making stuff that's there's only one in the world, and if it gets ruined in the mail, then that piece of art is lost forever. So yeah, but I'm rambling, and I should just stop, and I should probably just stop this video too, because yeah, and I should make a list of topics to talk about, because it's a bit, I'm used to talking to people and getting feedback when I'm talking, and now I'm just rambling on about things. And if I get caught up in what I'm doing and drawing, I can repeat stuff that I've already talked about. That's probably boring to listen to. So yeah. And let's use the add water brush, blender brush. Like that. Maybe a bit too soft, and I should add some more here. Like that. Yeah, I think that's just about what we're going to do tonight. I'll just leave it like this. So yeah, so that's it for now. We could try just one more thing. We can go in with a new color layer. That's a new adjustment layer there, and we can try making the eyes. Let's see if let's make them yellow. Like that. It sort of looks a bit weird, and we can try making inner parts red. If this was for a project or something, I would probably go in and not do an adjustment layer for the eyes. I'd just probably paint it in, because as you can see, the colors look a bit weird when I do it like this. Yeah, that looks weird. I'll just keep it like this. So, if you stuck around till the end, you're made of awesome sauce, and I admire your perseverance. And yeah, thanks for watching, and please like and comment and subscribe if you like what I do. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Have a nice night.